Okay, hey, my name is Luc Schurgers. I'm going to give a demo of Replikant, which is our software platform that allows you to create virtual humans and virtual characters uh, in a very easy manner. It's a cloud-based solution, but can run locally as well. Yeah, let me start. So you can
Hey,
actually
go
see
right
that.
ahead.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you can see that I'm actually here already in the engine. You see that this is an abstract version of my avatar. So actually, let me put some skin on there. There we go. As you can see, this is being controlled by the webcam here. Hello. I can amplify this. I have full control over this character. Um, so, for example, like different animations can be triggered. You can say like point over there, point to the other direction. Maybe he wants to, you know, start a discussion.
You're using controls and it's following your face at the same time.
Yeah. So
Don't
basically,
you ever
what?
get confused? What if you lift
Well,
your arm in real life? What happens?
Well, this is actually all made to be externally controlled by either like a a chatbot. So I have like a control interface here. That's why you see me looking at the left. So I can basically override these controls. So say I want to do like a disco dance. I can start doing that. Or I want to do like some posing for a photo shoot. You see, it can all be done. But the let me show you the cool thing about the procedural system is that this avatar. Let me actually put it in a normal pose here. I have I can put like any type of clothes on this, right? So I can, let me see what I load here. Let's load some jeans. I even have like, my body hair, and these are all kind of ownable assets. I have control over the muscle system, so we can tweak that. This is a bit more COVID proof, I guess. Or I can make it buffer. There's various different ways you can kind of create this character, and these are all like true world sizing. So this can be hooked up to e-commerce solutions, etc., etc. So let me put a t-shirt on. I can again load any type of graphic onto it. I have control over the shirt. I can tuck it in, tuck it into the pants.
Do you have to pay royalties when you do good stuff on it?
I know this is just like a demo actually. This was something we did for the guys from Bad Crypto podcast.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, this is basically like we don't actually kind of provide these assets. You can just load whatever kind of textures you want to have on top of your shirt. So it's pretty much like infinite. I can also load like for example some NFL gear. Say if you want to have a Seahawks outfit, you can add a helmet. Where's my helmet? There we go. And it pulls this all out of the database that we have. Let's get the matching. There you go. Let's get the matching brand. And while I'm doing this, I could still be, I can still be doing my dances, for example. So let's say we're happy designing. Now I can move around. I can kind of shoot this at various different angles. Whatever you want to do with this video. I can add multiple characters. We made it so that all these characters, they can be controlled as well. So I can put them all to dance. Let's say, here we go. If I want to scale them up. So it's a really quick way to make content. So if you want to make a music video or you want to make a presentation or something like that. I'll get rid of these guys now for a second. Put this guy back to its original position. Then we also have like, we can also run like bot logic through this. This might be a little bit confusing with the mic recording, but let's try it. So we have a couple of different chatbots that are being piped in here. Oh yeah, so okay. You see the text is being picked up. Do you hear this? Do you hear the text?
Yeah. So that's
So
wait
so
a minute.
You hear the bot talking or not?
No, well, I hear you talking.
Okay. Hello, can you say hello?
Hello there. Of course I can say it. Hello.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Cookie. Pleased to meet you, Luke.
Say hello to Warren.
Hello to Warren.
Well, she can also talk like lots of different languages. So I can
Right.
say,
Oh, I get it.
maybe I want to do German in, French female out. Guten Tag, wie geht's Ihnen?
Who have hits with tracks such as Lose Yourself and The Real Slim Shady. He also starred in the movie 8 Mile, which was loosely based on his early life.
She's talking about Eminem now.
Yeah, we're having a little trouble hearing the audio, but that's better.
Oh, okay, let me. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. Let me switch that up.
Right. Well, we don't need to get the information. So little problem with the audio there, not obvious, not the software. So when there's gameplay or anything like that, are you like talking to the game controls it, has to be written for it? 'Cause I understand how this works fine for making the music video or the TV show or, replacing the actor kind of thing. But in a game,
Yeah, so that's the cool part here. So basically, kind of any avatar that we create, we can save that as a character. Then that goes into our back end.
right.
So yeah, so I can save all these presets. So let me for example take the avatar's hat off. So this all gets compiled into an avatar then. So I'll load them here.
Mhm.
I have the stylization of the head if I want to have different style of character, bigger head, smaller head, full control over the full base of the face. This is how we kind of generate these faces. Then we save them as different kind of characters. So I got a couple of different ones pre-saved here. You might see some familiar faces popping up there. And what we then do is basically save these into our backend. So game developer can actually use this. I can show you a little video of that. So you literally only need to use your avatar once. So where's this? Various. Yeah, so this is how that looks in a fighting game, for example. This is a mobile game, just a proof of concept that we've been working on. So you see that the avatars are being loaded in here. Replikant can either be directly accessed or it can work via plugin, and that allows you to basically import the full character database. I see one of the guys from the crypto podcast. I see something that looks like The Rock and Vin Diesel, and yeah, that's the same. The exact same kind of identical characters are here now playing in a fighting game. So it's quite powerful in terms of content creation.
Right.
But it could be a chatbot. It can be like a hologram. We have a bunch of different applications that are using this now. Translation services. I'll show you. Actually, we were talking about the production world earlier. I'll show you something for that actually, because it's kind of cool. So here you see fully empty stage. And what I'm doing here is basically I've created a bunch of avatars running with Replikant running in the cloud. We save them and we then just drop them into the AR system. So even though you don't see anything on this stage, you see these AR cameras, which is what I'm seeing through that camera over there. So you can basically shoot your virtual content. And again, these are exactly the same characters that can be used in a game, etc., etc. So it's a very powerful, consistent solution for digital content.
So explain how that process works. Do you then write to some kind of common standard or API, or you have to make it for the game, or does a developer?
Yeah, so basically we've built all our stuff on top of Unreal Engine. So the plugin that we have is compatible with any game that runs on Unreal Engine. So you load your plugin, you then basically create your asset, you synchronize to our database, and the plugin pulls in whatever you need for that specific avatar.
Right, and the rules of what the avatar has to conform to the game, because the game has to have built in the ability to use an external character.
Yeah, exactly. We got like a couple of different LODs depending on the amount of GPU power that is dedicated to the avatars.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all. That's all kind of flexible.
Got it. That's not that's a standard that was set by somebody else in the game industry, or I mean, it's just...
Well, no. We spent quite a bit of time actually kind of researching what the best practices would be for allowing mass adoption. So a lot of like AAA titles, they go very, very specific, but you want to kind of have like a generic standard so that you can really kind of use these avatars in multiple different places. So we have a pretty well balanced poly count that serves as well for mobile as well as high-end gaming. And then certain things like this character's hair here, for example, if I zoom into that, this might be a little bit too heavy for mobile,
Mm-hmm.
but this runs fine on a gaming PC. Then we have like different solutions for that. So like this would be like a lower quality version, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, wow. And it's definitely up to the standards of what like in the game demo. If it's whatever, but looking good. I doubt seeing this in a row of human faces I'm going to have any problem picking out which is real. But those are getting better all the time as the technology improves, and we can get every one of the facial muscles represented, or whatever it takes to make it work better. it's going to be based on a standard where the characters be upgraded.
Yeah, so we actually kind of, there's like a couple of different ways of achieving or amplifying this realism. I think there's a certain kind of aesthetic to avatars. We actually kind of, that's why we kind of went for this kind of stylization options. But we firmly believe that there are certain things, right? There's like more kind of blend shapes. This is all stuff that can be added afterwards. There's like things that are kind of overkill, really, but they help little bits here and there, like blood flow maps, certain kind of muscle groups, like little hairs on a face, like pores and all that stuff. So what we're adding in here is like something that works for as many platforms as possible, but it can be upgraded at a later stage. But also what we really kind of think, let me pull that up again here. So what we think is a good solution is basically adding, let's see if I have that here, using like a neural net up-resing, right? You see all those kind of wrinkles like in the neck there, like all here and near the eyes, all that stuff, right? If I had to do that in 3D, it would actually be very heavy. It's like makes your assets heavier. But if you can do this through, like a neural net based approach, kind of like the way deepfakes are done, then you kind of set yourself up for a different pipeline, and you can get that realism in a different way. So that's something that we're very interested in. Unfortunately, it's still quite expensive on the GPU to actually make training sets for specific people. So we're kind of, we're only doing a bit of that research here and there.
Right. So, and then once a character gets inside inside the game, is that licensed for the game, or will this lead to being able to have licensed characters so that if I,
Yeah, so we, like we take care of the kind of the transactions, right? So that's our business model.
Right.
The licenses still has to be done, either through like an agent or
right. Well, it's, I mean, the possibilities of being able to create a character that people want to use in the game and then get licensed when that character is used. So switching characters then either triggers some kind of, transaction, payment, tracking, whatever. Because obviously, if I'm the game developer, I want to know which characters are played the most. And
like
build on that, find out whether or not your celebrity digital avatar is going to make a difference in a game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we track every single aspect of this, whether it's like whatever hair you're wearing, whatever skin you put on. So we can monetize on all of that. So I wanted to kind of quickly show you here, like, that it's not just like humans, it's like being able to stylize these characters too, like making like a cool character here with big hair. Hair is something that's quite difficult to do. You see that here are some quite nice hair tools for it, but I can also kind of make like a hologram, or abstract kind of versions here. Say for example this here, maybe I like this character. So there's a lot of different options. Same for, say, let's pull up a female here. Let's put some interesting skins on her. And then in terms of your clothing as well, there's basically let's say this one here. See, again, it's like limited variations here on the texture side. On the material side, there's also different looks for jackets. These actually cover. We can do different. Let me put a different skin on. Actually, let's make a golden one. Let's take the clothes off. So in terms of, you know, we can read like designer files, right? So this is like custom stuff.
So can a
can
consumer
also-
or an independent person then access your software and create these on their own?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
consumer
exactly. So we already actually we did like a virtual fashion show a couple of months back. These are all created. They're actually all created by the fashion designer. So we had let me see here. You know, so we had like 80 different characters here in a show. You know, you can watch it on YouTube. But
Right.
then they're shoppable as well, so you can actually let's see, where was it? So you can just buy your avatar, buy your pose, whatever you want, and then once you have that, you can take that into different games.
Right. So.
But yeah, so for this project, the fashion owner designed 80 different looks himself. It was
So it could be like an Etsy style business where you create characters and put them up someplace and sell them.
Yeah. What we really kind of liked actually was, you know, we tried to involve as many people from that production world.
Right.
So we had, you know, there was, oh, hang on, put something on there. You know, it can be like brands or whatever.
Wow.
Cool. So it's a cool outfit. So for example, we had, you know, like a famous hairstylist involved. So they were actually kind of, it was interesting, you know, it was kind of, for us, a good kind of learning experience. So in terms of what we added to it was like really kind of tools for somebody to basically kind of groom that hair. You see, like, so now they can basically pick whatever color they wanted. Say we like this hairstyle for this character. They can kind of add their volume. They can change the bangs, whatever they want, make it longer, and style the characters that way. We had the same thing for a makeup designer. She was like quite well-known makeup designer, and she basically, I can't remember which ones they were, but were different patches of makeup.
What came to mind to me was that there are, you know, makeup channels on YouTube, and how much more you could do when they're now making up characters that don't have some of the physical constraints of a human being, and
yeah, exactly. I mean, you can
either how to make your avatar look better, or just how to create things that are out of this world. And so many lines of where people can use this to further the way we make money online now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the way kind of we see this go. You know, it's like make it open. So whenever you kind of want to add to this, you know what to present, you know, and then people can start making their own stuff. Whether it's brands making the garments, or whether it's like enthusiasts, or whether it's like content creators. That's the moment you kind of create this kind of open ecosystem where everybody can monetize.
I asked before I saw Do Good Stuff. I have one of those shirts, and I'm thinking like, again, just imagine Joe Com saying, you know, I just need a nickel every time you create a character with that on.
Yeah, so we actually have that. We already have. Let me see where they are. Joe. I have to look in my library. Yeah, here you go. I think this is him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh,
So,
gosh. You really
Yeah,
want to
so-
scare away the children.
Uh,
Hi, Joel.
so yeah, so basically what this already does here, so we have a just check this out, it's quite interesting. Flash. So this website already actually is live using using the Replikant API. So all these characters on here, if you log in through your EOS wallet, you can buy these characters, you can train them, you can fight them, and you actually kind of play. You can play in this game. It's pretty neat.
Well,
Quite.
now there's a whole nother thing. The thought of me being able to put Joel Comm in a shooting game and then, you know, go in and blast him sounds like just loads of fun.
Yeah, it's
I'm not much of a video game player, but you know, I think, you know, that could add to the fun. Putting popular politicians or you know, podcasters up there and blasting them.
Well, yeah, we actually got a pretty fun game in production. You know, with Biden and Trump. Definitely check that out. It should be launching the next couple of days.
Great.
But yeah, so like for example, if you have a character like Joel here, you can also upgrade him. So now he's got like different armor. You know, like this armor can now do different stuff, different colors, right? So you know, maybe he gets only certain kind of fighting moves, right?
Something comes to mind that there's some crossover with this idea and NFTs of you know, creating something with value and an asset, and then be able to license it or, you know, have exclusive use of it or something like that. Promotions, just like my mind's going crazy of the things you could use to.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is exactly how we're treating all these assets. So some of them are just fungibles, you know, because you can sell like as many of them. But perhaps like a limited edition T-shirt. Actually, we did that with Pixios. Let me see if I can find that one. Oh yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, so this is like a very rare character. It's got like some of the Pixios art on it.
Right.
And there was only a very small run made of them. So that's kind of cool. So NFTs, you know, they're naturally. I mean, it just makes complete sense to have them all set into one.
So now we're into the kind of markets like art prints, where owning the original's a little bit tougher. You know, the creator kind of owns the original and could sell that, but you limit the number of copies. That's very cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and then this can go actually. Yeah, so this is my business partner and co-founder. He doesn't like this shirt, so let me change his T-shirt. But yeah, let me show you how you can actually then take this into different worlds, which is pretty neat. So say we got, actually let's put some branding on there.
Okay. So what's currently you guys are creating these characters. What does it take to make the you know, a character out of somebody or?
So we just need a photo. So we have we've scanned a lot of people. So we have really high dense, high resolution sources that we can pull from.
Right.
You know, we scan like more than 100 different people, different ethnicities.
So in other words, to create a character, one doesn't need to go to a 3D scanning studio or anything like that.
No, we did. That was like we started with that, but the moment you've scanned, like you've got so much material,
right?
You don't need that anymore.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just like a selfie from the face. We're kind of automating that right now, but you know, like actually, let's take this tattoos off. And you see, like, there's a lot of details on on the arms.
Well, yeah, this space for rent or lease, whatever they say, when you want to put, I'll wear your logo. I'm the big time video player. I'm going to wear your logo on my forehead for,
Yeah,
a number of dollars.
Exactly. Or you can throw in like, like a car, or
Right.
whatever, maybe move it around a little bit so it's sometimes in or sometimes out of shot.
Right.
And this is again like we kind of have this like huge database of assets, different vehicles,
Right.
drones, whatever. Like,
And you can throw a logo on anything you create, and so it becomes a huge market.
Exactly. Do that, or more subtle ways.
Right. Yeah. I'd get nothing for doing that, but a big game player on Twitch could do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
We can add like we can do, we got like multiplayer, so we got multiple characters that can come in here, at like a whole dance party here.
Wow.
50 people up to once. We have loads of different environments. So again, we do that procedural. So now we're in some, alien world. We can activate the online player server, and then this can be populated by visitors. Any type of environment. And again, like we just fill up a database. So now we're in the Arctic here. Might be a bit cold for the characters, so we can put.
And he's not getting cold.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I probably have actually some appropriate. What should we put on here? I don't know. That's cool too. Oh, here you go. I don't know. Whatever. Different outfits.
Yeah, but you can't put them in.
Really, doesn't really
swim trunks and a muscle tee.
But yeah, doesn't really matter.
Stand in the Arctic. It's a beautiful thing.
He likes his Air Jordans and his Adidas tracksuit. But yeah, I mean, like now this, like it doesn't really matter what I do, right? I can scale them up. I can start like a whole kind of dance party.
There you go.
Whatever we want to do.
Yeah. I'm always pushing for being able to monetize through a very, very small little transactions with the influencers out there, things we never could do. I mean, it's obviously creating a character based on a celebrity or a presidential candidate is an obvious use for this, but at the same time, if the future YouTubers or Twixters or whatever are going to be changed into being able to actually have a digital asset, then, which means you can throw a logo on it or something more subtle, product placement, and that could be done in a mass scale where you get a million people to wear a t-shirt, a logo t-shirt, and
for sure. I mean,
and the monetization becomes microtransactions like game points or extra powers or whatever like that whatever the promotion allows.
Yeah, that's very much what we built the system for. It's like it's a little bit like the moment you kind of in charge of the transactions and the protocol makes it very much much scalable. But I hope for a future where there's it's not all about like slapping on logos.
Right.
I think that's what we were talking about earlier. It's like I really see this way of kind of creating content in a democratized way to provide income for a lot of people. I think there's like a big untapped.
To me, the logo is like you do it without thinking about it. Anybody could put a logo on something, but then getting creative. Currently, right now, I have a favorite T-shirt that has the logo on the back, and I thought, hey, really clever. because I'm going to wear this all the time because I don't feel like I'm wearing a logo on the T-shirt. And here's the problem with that. I can't remember, but I can remember the T-shirt, and at some point I'm going to see the logo and it's going to sink in. And even without the logo, I don't remember getting it. Whereas I think it was on a pile of giveaways. But done right, you don't need that. You know that if you have a certain design in something, it's always there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like masks, obviously we can put those things
Now
on.
that's the one I want you to merge with Joel.
Different things. You see, like I can, in terms of environments, we can go pretty much anywhere from, more like a realistic bedroom. You can actually set up a whole scene here if you want, right? So
on the podcast
we
talked about the identity, and this, while I believe it's not quite matured in the technology, but you'll be able to say those two characters, you could be either one and attach it to your identity, and the game or other players or whatever would still be able to find out it's the same person because of the blue check mark kind of verification.
Exactly. Yeah, we're seeing that it's kind of like the way Twitter does that. We can do that with assets.
Wow. And I can see somebody like making a living creating these characters and assets and things like that, and getting beyond. We'll just slap a logo on it, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody wears a blue T-shirt if they support the right candidate or like that.
Yeah, we can have like something, like something that pops up over their head, or whatever it is. The foundation for us has been built. Let's see what else have I got here. Oh, this one's pretty cool. Actually.
Right. And in alternate reality, the ARGs, you could, that could be a goal, is to get people to go into a game dressed in a certain way and, and show they're in the in-group, signaling to the other players that they're that, building community and movement or whatever, where the message is completely external to the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But think of it also like here. We're currently talking with a large museum, and all these places they obviously have kind of safety issues now with COVID. So perhaps a virtual kind of way is the new way of visiting these kind of places.
Right.
These would make like perfect tour guides.
Right. And we've in this demo, we haven't really seen anything about VR, virtual reality, because we'd have to be inside whatever the virtual reality is to be able to see it. I'm not wearing goggles.
Let's see if I have that open still. The that is just a switch of a button. VR. We're actually kind of here. I have like a character we just did. We're also kind of, I'm not sure if you hear that, but so we're also basically like doing,
we're not getting the sound, but we get the idea.
Yeah, so the nice thing here is if you watch this actually on your phone, you have instant VR.
Right.
So from the system we can just export this, and you'll have you'll have like a VR version of it. So it's pretty cool.
Right.
So VR doesn't really matter what your delivery platform is.
And I always think that AR is going to be just as big, but you could do that so that when I have when I have the AR showing me how to repair my motorcycle, I could also have a character there standing there and helping me in as I look at the motorcycle. Now I've got, whoever is the best person to tell me about that, or it doesn't have to be, it could be you.
Exactly.
It could be Joe Com giving me advice. So,
so it's a lot of options actually.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's
So yeah, I'm quite excited about the new internet. It's going to be a good time when we're all able to meet in virtual spaces like this.
Right. I'm excited. I'm more excited watching this than a lot of the other things that are just like why I should be using VR or playing such a game, because again, I feel like I'm somewhat of an outsider to that. I've experienced VR a few times and just not, been turned on by the possibility of playing the game or whatever. And I'm not a video game player, but I'm watching this and I'm going like, well, the opportunity for creativity and marketing is just like, wow, it's the future. Because well, we don't have to be worried about whether or not it is a logo on a t-shirt. We can go so far beyond that.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Branded influencers. Have I coined that term? I don't know. It's not that good a one, but
they call it virtual influencers. There's a big
okay.
There's a big hype in that space as well. But yeah, I do see like big use cases for our software for that.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. I'm very impressed, and we're going to put a bunch of things in the show notes, and obviously this goes with distributed conversations. You can check out the interview we had talking about the future on distributed conversations, and I'm Warren Whitlock, and been talking to Luc from a block.
DNA block.
Yeah, DNA block. That's it.
Yeah.
I was trying to
actually let me put one plug out there. We're currently like in private beta, and people that actually have like meaningful use cases for these type of avatars, we'd be very happy to work with them.
Right.
Not like commercial, but like meaningful things that could contribute to
all right.
well.
So is there contact information at dnablock.com?
We'll be putting up a new website soon.
Great. And I know we're going to be able to watch on Fox and see the Masked
Singer. Yeah.
Masked Singer. That okay. I'm looking forward to seeing that, because that's mainstream television. That's a big break for you. Great.
Yeah.
And been a pleasure seeing this. I'm right now thinking I could go on and on, but there's been a nice demo of what you can do, and I might have to check back with you in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, send me. I can send you some photo instructions, and we'll turn you into an avatar as well.
Okay, great.
You can find Joel.
I don't know. I was scary enough to see Joel. I don't know about my own face there. So yeah, it's always a pleasure when I make Joel a butt of the jokes instead of having to be self-deprecating. So, great. All right. He'll definitely get informed we've made this video and mention him.
All right, cool.
So thanks a lot.
Right.
Distributed conversations, and we're out.